So check it out. Today we're gonna do a little video tell you how to make a really fucking heavy, really cheap kettlebell. Materials you're gonna need some high strength concrete. Go for an 80-pound bag, a bucket to mix it in. We're gonna make a handle out of PVC. You need some kind of bolts to put through it to help anchor it. You need a form. I'm using a 20-inch beach ball. You're going to need some kind of adhesive, Elmer's glue, something to put water in, and a bunch of ripped up strips to paper mache around the ball for the form so you can fill it with concrete. You're going to want to tape one end of your pipe, fill the other side with some gravel or dirt or sand, and then we're going to tape that. Make sure you leave about an inch or so, just so that they have room to move when you drill through it to put your anchors in. I'm going to wrap the ends in aluminum foil to help protect the tape adhesive, because you're going to put them in the oven. You can bake them at 405 for just a couple minutes and mold them. This won't fit in my oven, but I have a heat gun, so I'm going to bend it with that. You can put water in, pour some glue in there. I'm using warm water. And then just mix it up. So just dip this in here. And lay it on your form. And we're obviously not going to film this entire process, so we'll be back when it's done. So as you can see, this makes like a huge fucking mess. So keep that in mind when you decide to make it. I'm glad I put a bag down, but it's also pretty fun. Okay, this is what I ended up with, and it's not setting up how it should, and I honestly got impatient, so I'm gonna wrap it in duct tape. Okay, so here's where we're at. Duct tape, form, coffee tin lid, trace it. I'm gonna cut that out to be able to pour concrete in. 80-pound high strength concrete mix, something to scoop. As far as the handle, I got it shaped, and then I drilled and put some pretty big bolts in there. Some random screw heads going everywhere. Those are just for anchors to help sink it in. A hole for some concrete to go into, you know, whatever. Okay, so it's kind of soft, you know, but whatever. I'm keeping the beach ball in there. The concrete as it fills will push it back into a sphere. I just kept this flap, doesn't really bother me. The handle, just sink it down in there. I'll probably have to cut it to get it all the way in, but I'll do that later after I get some concrete in there. So some people cut the bottoms of these, so you know, you either gotta get like wax paper or whatever, so I have a flat spot like a real kettlebell. I just started pouring it on this flat board in here. I'm just scooping it right now slowly to let it fill up, so that way I can roll it around, because you really don't want air pockets in this. Alright, so that's what I ended up with after I put the handle in there. It's not a perfect sphere, but it's got a nice flat bottom. Everything, you know, seems like it's symmetrical for the shape that it is. And you know, it might not be the prettiest thing, but it'll be functional. And it only cost me $25 to make this whole thing. And now that it's in the form, I'll have to I'll probably let it sit for honestly about a week, just to make sure. Even fast drying cement takes a long time to cure all the way to the center. So if you make one of these, be patient and let it set up all the way. But yeah, there you go. It's a DIY kettlebell. This thing should weigh anywhere between 80 and 110 pounds, so we'll weigh it once it dries.